I'm Shelly Bell, principal at Elizabeth Cobb Middle School in Tallahassee, Florida. I've been with our district since they started this process on looking for a tool, a program, a system that would meet the new state requirements. Our district has gone through many days of training with the Marzano evaluation model, and I found it to be extremely helpful because as an administrator, I want to make sure that I'm providing my staff, my teachers, with all the training that they're going to need to implement this new evaluation system. Most importantly, what it's allowed is to build collegial conversations with our district as we talk about best practices and we talk about what's important to see our teachers demonstrating in the classroom, the tools that they're going to need to be successful. And so with the whole training, it's really allowed us to see the big picture on what as a district we feel is important, and the Marzano model has allowed us to look at a blueprint for success for each and every one of our teachers. Within our district, what it's allowed us to do is to come together so that we're all seeing things in a very similar fashion. When you train, a district as big as ours, what I see in the classroom may not necessarily be what a teacher at an elementary or high school. And so by bringing us all together, Learning Sciences International did an incredible job training us on the design elements, on making sure that when we're scoring each other or when we're scoring the teachers, keeping the integrity within the system so that if I'm seeing somebody at a beginning level or at, not using, or at the same time on the other end of the spectrum, that those teachers at the elementary and high school, we all have a common language, so we're all seeing things in a similar fashion. I think our teachers understand that the whole process we're going through is for two things, and that's number one, to make them a better teacher. It's about improving instruction in the classroom, and then number two, increasing student achievement. And so our teachers that have had the walkthroughs already are saying, wow, this is incredible. Not only do they appreciate the feedback they're getting from administration, but they loved the tools that are embedded within eye observation. I already have one teacher who's called me and said, those videos are incredible. I get it. I get what you want to see with, establishing learning goals. I've gotten something out of it, and that's within the first 24 hours. Eye observation has truly changed, the way we do evaluations and walkthroughs at our school. I've had it in my hands now for less than 48 hours, and I'm going, oh my gosh, this is such a powerful tool. To be able to take my iPad and go in a classroom and use that tool, it's all right there. I can see the design question, I can see the student look-fors, the teacher look-fors, and I can do it right there in the classroom, no picking up something else and going back to my office. The eye observation tool that I can carry around with me is amazing. And what I like best is that it's instant. So I do an evaluation in a classroom. I enter in the information, I can provide the comments, I can provide the feedback to the teacher, and as soon as I'm done, the teacher gets notification of what I saw. When I look at our district, a lot of this came from the state. There were state requirements that we had to meet. But at the end of the day, it wasn't the state requirements that led us in this direction. We're with the Marzano model and Learning Sciences International because as a district, we want to make sure we're putting forth the very best teachers in front of our kids. And at the end of the day, even my very best teacher wants feedback on their instruction. They want to know, what can I improve upon? What is something that I can do better? And through the Marzano model, it provides that for our teachers. It provides that, communication that goes both ways. It provides an opportunity for them to see some areas where they can continue to grow and develop, as well as, access to content and videos and things that they wouldn't have otherwise. And at the end of the day, it's what's best for students, it's what's best for teachers, and it's what's best for school districts.